proper distilling started again, the gin we know nowadays was introduced. However, over the years it went through many different stages. Geraldine takes Alex to a bar in Soho, specialising in gin. This suits fine, since after all this talking they've both got a dry mouth.
Hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam. Hi, nice to meet you.
We're at the Graphic Bar in Soho, which is a real proper gin bar.
A proper gin bar. You've got a huge variety. How many gin you have?
We have 106, the UK's largest collection.
And that's all the gin in the world, eh?
You would think so, but every week, every month, somebody's coming out with a new gin.
But it's still
unfortunately not. No.
Yeah, I can see here, you've got your gin list, volume 1 and volume 2.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
What we're going to do is we're going to explore the history of gin in some bottles.
By tasting.
By tasting.
Hope we'll survive that. Okay,
Enjoy.
thank you.
Geraldine has picked 6 bottles, lining them up in front of Alex.
So it's more or less a time journey we're doing now in gin, in terms of gin.
Exactly that. We're going to start, and I'll talk you through these are almost different styles of gin. Not quite legally different styles, but they certainly demonstrate gin's evolution, if you like, from Dutch Geneva.
Good, let's start.
So we're going to start first of all, this is Eau de Geneva. This is a Dutch product. This would be the gin that it would have been the Geneva that landed in England with William of Orange.
That in a way is the ancestor of modern gin.
Yeah, it's the prototype.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Okay, it's like a schnapps.
It is like a schnapps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go forward in time now.
So now we'll go a little bit forward in time. So the gin of the Victorian times was originally, it was sweet.
So this is made with
This
sugar.
is made with sugar. So it's cleaner, fresher taste, but you'll pick up the sugar.
It's very sweet, actually.
It's very sweet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a fashion for it now because bartenders really want to recreate old style cocktails.
I could
and
imagine
Victorian
that
punches.
with this old style you could really do cocktails. It's very good
Cocktails
because it's so
and punches.
sweet. Yeah.
It's got sweetness in it. Yeah. So then we're going to move on to the next gin. So then we get into what we call the London Dry style. Essentially it was called London Dry because the distillers who developed this new unsweetened gin were mostly based in London. And for them dry meant unsweetened. So that's why you have London Dry. So let's have a taste of this. So this is Beefeater, which is very iconic London gin, and it's very much along the lines of very what you would expect the flavours from gin. So you're getting a lot of juniper and you're getting a lot of citrus. And it's dry, which
It's
means
very
there's
dry.
no...
Yeah, very good.
So then...
About what time are we speaking now?
So Beefeater really started in the 1860s, and also at that time the phylloxera plague struck Europe.
Yeah.
So it basically wiped out European vineyards. So these distillers, and it's true of all of them, they all share this, they could no longer get French brandy. So actually they turned to what was very profitable for them, which was gin.
Okay, so the plague was one of the reasons why gin
Well,
came
gin,
up.
exactly. It was all part of its development from becoming, from the rot gut that we were talking about earlier on to being a sophisticated spirit. And the phylloxera plague played a big role in that,
So let's move forward in time.
So at the same sort of time, actually Plymouth now is one of the oldest gin brands in the country. It's made in Plymouth. It can only be made in Plymouth. So do you see what I mean? You're getting much more rooty, earthy flavours. That's coming from orris root. There's nothing bitter in there.
But it's more. I have the feeling it's got more body than.
Yeah, it
Beefeater.
feels like that because this Beefeater has sharp citrus, and that has sweet citrus. So it's kind of taking out those very sharp tastes. It's a much more gentle gin, if you like. Yeah.
So then came.
So then the next thing, and I know you're going to talk to other people about this, but really gin having had its heyday, until probably the early 60s, vodka took over that position. And then what happened in the 70s, this brand came along, Bombay Sapphire. And by the way, it's only the bottle that's blue.
Okay, yeah.
To be honest, by now it's
The
not the
gin is
bottle
not blue.
alone that has a blue tinge.
Okay, so now we come straight up to the present day. So at the moment, what we have is gin having been seen as a very English drink, or a very British drink, if you like. Now, because there is certainly a gin craze, and this bar is part of it, and people are interested in gin, young people are interested in new cocktails, bartenders coming out with new cocktails. As a result, almost every country in the world is now rushing into production with its own gin.
Is gin now the thing?
I would say
drink-wise,
it's the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a gin that we're going to taste, which comes from Spain. This one, they're experimenting with olive
With olive.
juice, rosemary. I mean, taste that.
Olive?
Yeah. So it's about the
That has
Mediterranean.
nothing to do with...
Nothing to do with that.
That's true.
But also, you know, in Spain, which is the biggest gin drinking country in the world.
Spain is the biggest...
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it's always been a club drink in Spain. You know, people drink gin and ginny cola. So you see, actually, if you think about that, that might work with Coca-Cola.
So, anyway, many, many thanks for that. It was very, very interesting.
Good.
Thank you very much, Geraldine.
Not at all. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
After several centuries of gin alley articulation, anyway, affected by his accent, Alex is beginning to suffer, and he might as well call it a day. On the other hand, one more for the road, this being a special bar and all. And Adam, the barkeeper, proves to be a gifted artist when it comes to creating fantastic cocktails with gin.
I love my...
He does one called Aviation.
Thank you.